Hello there, this is LEGO Dynasty, and today I'm going to be doing a video on the upcoming LEGO Star Wars sets, and kind of give my thoughts on them, and if I will be picking them up day one, or if I'm planning on picking them up at all, essentially. And as you can see, we're going to start off with the Justifier. So, obviously, I am based in Canada. You can see this set costs $209.99 in Canada, and, well, it is quite an expensive set, I gotta say. Now, through these images, we can see it actually is quite sizable, but this is obviously a set that's been affected by the upcoming price increase. That's going to affect all sets in some capacity, I'm sure, unless they're right about to retire. I'm sure they won't raise the price, but you never know with LEGO. But with the 4 minifigures and the one, I guess, micro droid in total 360, looks very good. And we'll just take a look at the box now. And box looks very nice. You can see Camino, which is, this set is based off a scene from the Bad Batch, and it looks very good. I really like how it looks. The 5 minifigures, one of them is Hunter. I really kind of wish they would have included, coincidentally, Tonwi, because we already get her in the Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, and she actually appears. She's killed, or found dead, I guess. But you can see this ship again. Looks very good. It's just, and it's relatively low piece count in comparison to its price. And yes, price per piece isn't always the best way, but when it's that big of a difference, especially when you're comparing sets in Canadian prices and American prices, I think the set is definitely, I think the set should only cost about 180 Canadian and 140 US. But the minifigures in this set are definitely really good. You got the new Total 360 Omega with great printing. Does not have the movable, legs. They are just the typical kid micro legs, which aren't opposable. Would have preferred the ones that are small but opposable. Cad Bane looks great. Fennec Shand, as far as we can tell, is the same. Same with Hunter. He looks to be exactly the same minifigure. But with the 3 new minifigures, the Total 360, Omega, and Cad Bane, I think it's definitely very good. Just in general, though, with this set at what it's priced, I'm definitely not going to be picking this up day one. I'm probably going to wait and see how low it goes. It's unfortunate. I'm not a big fan of, purchasing stuff from Amazon, but when it comes to LEGO, especially here in Canada, it's really the only place you can get LEGO on sale, and I'm sure this set will go on sale there, and that's probably going to be when I get it, when it goes $30, maybe even $40 down, if not more. Moving on to the Ambush on Ferrix, the Cassian Andor set, and again, this is another set that just feels so overpriced for what it is. $90 Canadian. I can't remember the exact US price, my apologies on that, but just in general, the shot of it in the trailer looked far cooler than it does in this LEGO form, is basically all I can say. You get 3 minifigures, 2 that seem to be named characters from the show, and then 1 random security guard. He might be named as well. Can't see on the image. It's kind of blurry, unfortunately. Apologies if I'm hoping the images look okay from my screenshots. It just looks so small. It's basically all it comes down to. 676 pieces. So maybe if it was $10 cheaper, it might be a little bit more worth it. But again, even at that point, it feels so expensive. See the 3 minifigures. Cassian looks great, but just in general, I can't remember what this guy's character is. I know it's played by the guy that plays Eric Selvig in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, and then also the security guard. We see those kind of characters in the trailer. So they all look pretty good minifigures, don't get me wrong, but just while I'm very excited for the Cassian Andor show, I'm not excited for this set, and I won't be picking it up day one at all. Next up, we have Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter, and this one I'm actually very excited for. Obviously, you have the brand new Tonwi Kaminoan, which again I feel like should have also been included in the Justifier set, just because her character does appear in the scene, though again she's killed in that scene. Sorry, spoilers for Bad Batch, but that show's been out already for I think a year now. The ship itself looks great. It's a slightly updated design, but pretty similar to the previous one. You see the nice box art of Camino in the stormy skies. Looks great. Does look like they messed up the box art again. They got the Darth Vader box art when they're supposed to be Attack of the Clones, which I think is meant to be red. So, you know, can't. It's just all we're asking for is consistency. All they need to do is hire one person that literally just looks at this stuff and goes, "We just need to fix this," and it won't be fine. It's at the end of the day, it doesn't matter in the set. You can see the minifigures looks pretty good. You got R4, Obi-Wan. I kind of wish they just had the cape. I'm not a big fan of this. What LEGO seems to be doing is printing the capes on and then not including the cape. I prefer if it was just he has the cape and then it was just regular printing like it used to be. That's just my opinion. I just don't think it looks the best, personally. Or at least include the cape as well with this printing. And Tonwi looks incredible. Great to see them finally release it. Taking a look at the Starfighter as well. Just kind of in action with the new stud shooters. Looks really good. Like, I'm very excited. This is a set I've actually pre-ordered. So hopefully it will arrive pretty quickly after August 1st, if not before. You know, LEGO always says we'll ship August 1st, but, you know, you pre-order, you prefer if they would try and get it to you for around August 1st. Obviously, it could depend on your shipping. Next up, we do have the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader Brickheadz from the Kenobi show. Obviously, as I'm recording this, the finale came out today, or I guess last night, essentially. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be picking these up, I think. I'm not the biggest Brickheadz collector. I mean, I have Ahsoka Tano, which obviously reviewed that on the channel. But when these were in their heyday, I was kind of not collecting LEGO as much, so I don't have really any Brickheadz. So I'm definitely planning on picking these up. They look pretty good. And taking a look at the box, not much really to say. 260 pieces, $24.99 Canadian. Pretty sure it's $19.99 in the United States. So in general, pretty good price point for these, and I think the Brickheadz look pretty nice. Next up, we have BD1, and I'm very excited for this one. I love some of these buildable characters that LEGO has done, and this one looks absolutely incredible. Very excited. I love Fallen Order, and I'm hoping this set releasing leads to more Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor sets being released, whether it's the Mantis or what have you. I'd love to see them do it, and hopefully them releasing this helps with that happening. Just looks really good there. It does look like it's a sticker. You're hoping maybe they would transition to printing, but looks like that plate there is a sticker. The box looks really good as well. 1,062 pieces, $129.99. I think that's pretty par for the course for what we've seen for these buildable characters for that price point. So not too disappointed with this price as I would for other ones. Now this one is based off of Jedi Fallen Order, not Jedi Survivor, which I do think is an important distinction. It does have some features. I just took a screenshot of one of them. You know, you have the healing pods that BD1 would shoot out to Cal Kestis in the game, and you can kind of reenact that feature by putting them inside BD1, and you can see some of the detail on the back. It just looks really good. Very excited for this set, and yeah, I really hope it leads to more sets from the game and its sequel, because it's such a great game, and it's not as violent as LEGO wants to say it is, and they could just release it as 18+ set. Boom, you're covered. And then of course we do have the Bd1 Micro Minifigure. It's kind of the micro droid build. So obviously in the Naboo Starfighter, Mandalorian Naboo Starfighter, it was in blue. Here it's in the proper red. I'm very happy LEGO didn't cheap out and just say, oh, it's blue, but it's the same, because it isn't. But very glad to see how it looks. Now moving on to the Obi-Wan Kenobi vs. Darth Vader duel set, and I gotta say, it really is a massive disappointment, this set. And again, finale came out today, so I will talk about spoilers. So I can see why they chose this fight over the finale fight, but I think they could have done a far better job making this set just more interesting. It's just a platform essentially, and you got some good minifigures, sure, but it just $64.99 when you compare it to, say, the Marvel Thor Goat Boat. If you were to ask me which set to pick up, I would definitely choose like a different set, because I feel like you get far more value. I know I'm talking into this box. You can see the box looks pretty good. You got the nice light blue to represent Kenobi, so that is accurate. You got Obi-Wan Darth Vader box art, 408 pieces, $64.99. That alone should show you this is definitely a set that's just far too expensive for what it's offering you by at least $10, maybe $15. And make no mistake, like Lego can increase their prices for sure, but it doesn't mean we have to be happy with them and agree with them, because Lego has record profits and they just want more record profits every year, which is just, it's not always possible. But you can see, again, you can see the image of the figures on this platform essentially, and yeah, if you can't tell, I'm very not excited for this set. I'm gonna wait for this to be discounted heavily before I even consider buying it. Maybe buy it off a marketplace seller, or maybe buy it used even. The minifigures though, again, look great. You got Tala, you got Ned, Darth Vader, and Obi-Wan. All great minifigures, like, don't get me wrong, but I don't think the minifigures, to me personally, enhance the set enough to go out and buy it. Moving on to the Inquisitor Transport Scythe, I assume that's how you pronounce it. And this is a great set, and this is another set that I have indeed pre-ordered. Very excited to get this one. And most of the time I'm pre-ordering the sets just because I'm worried about the price increase, because we've gotten rumors that they might increase these sets' prices as well, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. But just in general, I think the set looks great. Taking a look at the box art, you got the light blue strip, 924 pieces, $129.99. So it does look pretty sizable. It's not as sizable as, say, the Justifier, so I'm happy it's definitely way cheaper than the Justifier. But put it this way, I don't think the Justifier ship is so much bigger than this that it's worth, what was that? $80 more essentially. And I know I'm talking about a different set, but just to give my perspective, I think this set is great value for what you're getting. The 4 minifigures, 2 brand new, 2 updated version of characters. Looks very good. And the ship itself just looks pretty slick. Like, it looks really good. Kind of reminds me of the Kylo Ren TIE Fighter and Kylo Ren shuttle, just in how it's kind of designed. Very Empire-like, and I just think that's awesome. So, very excited. This one, you're able to actually see some of the interior, so you can put the minifigures inside. Looks like there's a place for them to hold their lightsabers to the side there of the Grand Inquisitor. Got Reva, the Grand Inquisitor, and Fifth Brother. Great to have all those minifigures. Would have been nice if they included the Fourth Sister, but that's probably pushing it, because we never saw her on this planet. We only saw her on, is it Nur? The Fortress Inquisitorius. Taking a look at the minifigures now, they look great. It's a little bit different with the Grand Inquisitor, but that's just me comparing it to the Rebels minifigure, same with the Fifth Brother, but I think they all look pretty good, and they all capture the spirit of the characters very well. I think Reva looks like a great minifigure. Definitely wasn't the biggest fan of how her story was written, not necessarily how she was portrayed by the actress, but just the story they went with. You don't always have to redeem every single character in Star Wars. Like, not every character has to be redeemed, and I don't think Reva in the Kenobi show was the best written in the show, and was definitely one of the more least interesting aspects. Like, she had some good moments that were really cool, and then moments, especially in the finale, that I just rolled my eyes at, which is unfortunate, because I went in really wanting to like the character, and I just feel like it was poorly written at aspects. Now we move on to the big one, the Att Walker, and without a doubt, in my opinion, the best set of the summer wave, hands down, and definitely going to be picking it up day one for sure. I'm sure the set's going to sell out quickly, so I'm definitely planning on going to my Lego store early if I'm able to. August 1st, I believe, is a holiday up here in Canada, or a holiday weekend at least. But you can see nice box art, 1,082 pieces, $180, so definitely a little bit on the pricey end. That's why I'm hopeful this is the final price, not the upcoming updated price. But just in general, I mean, you get Commander Cody. I haven't even mentioned that. Like, it's just great. The weird thing with this box art is that they based it off the Clone Wars, and I think even the Clone Troopers are Clone Wars variants, not Episode 3 Clone Troopers. Not sure why LEGO does that, but I guess it works. They were kind of on Utapau, but they weren't fighting, so maybe that's their explanation for why the set is a Clone Wars set, because I know Obi-Wan and Anakin did go on Utapau during the Clone Wars, during one of the canceled or unfinished arcs. But just in general, it's an Episode 3 set, is classified as a Clone Wars set. See some of the images on the inside. You got room for, looks to be 5, maybe potentially a couple extra minifigures inside for the clones. Great to have them have so many clones in a Clone Trooper set. 5 years ago, this set would have 2 clones. It would have the pilot and the gunner, and that would be it. You wouldn't get the extra clones in this set, and that's very unfortunate. I'm hoping they, if the 501st Battle Pack is going to retire soon, I believe it's not planned for a while yet, but I do hope they redo the 212 Clone Trooper Battle Pack again. I believe it was under Utapau Clone Troopers before, but I hope they redo that battalion in the 501st Battle Pack type style. And you got the Clone Gunner, who's also the pilot. LEGO loves to double their clones as what and whatnot, which is fine. And it looks pretty nice how it slides in, kind of like an updated version of the previous one. Now taking a look at the minifigures, and they look really good. Commander Cody obviously looks great with the orange visor there, great printing on him. And then the 3 regular 212 Clone Troopers are also very excellent. And the Clone Gunner is really just a bonus in my mind. Then, of course, you do have the 3 battle droids. Would have been nice if one of these was a super battle droid. We haven't had one of those in so long. Pretty interesting why we haven't. I'm guessing it's because the parts kept breaking. But would have been nice if they included a super battle droid. Obviously, I know some YouTubers wanted a crab droid, which realistically does make sense. It's a minor thing. They could have just included it in the set and would have been fine. Maybe we'll get a crab droid polybag in the future, I hope. Just in general though, the minifigures look fantastic, and the set itself, definitely going to be picking it up day one. It's probably going to sell out quickly on lego.com, so if you don't have a Lego store near you, definitely you should be looking to pre-ordering the set as soon as you can. Not pre-ordering, I mean it's not available for pre-order, but ordering the set online on August 1st, like early in the morning, because otherwise you're gonna miss out for some time. But yeah, that is all my opinion on the upcoming LEGO Star Wars Summer 2022 sets. Definitely a step up, in my opinion, from years previous. I do think it could have been better, but I am still very excited for this wave. And overall, I'm going to be probably picking up most of these sets day one. Obviously, pre-ordered a few of them already. And then we'll see about some of the other ones. Hopefully, when they go on sale, I'll pick them up. But yeah. This has been LEGO Dynasty. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the 2022 LEGO Star Wars Summer sets in the comments down below. Which ones are you planning to pick up? Do you guys have any differing opinions on the sets I mentioned? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone.